MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. It's the home opener of this new season between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Philadelphia Phillies. Folks around here in high spirits. Matt Vasgersian with you on a day that's been circled on their calendars since about midwinter. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. The staffs for these two teams sure to be a focal point as this series moves along.
You know, I always think pitching and defense are the keys to success in the long run. So as the season gets started, it's going to be really important for this pitching staff to set a good tone. If they can get off on a good foot, it will do a lot for the confidence of the entire ball club. All right, the stage is set. The starters get their final tosses in out in the bullpen, and we've got a good one in store for you folks. Play-by-play is coming up next. Jake Arrieta gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, man, we're going to get a chance to look at a good veteran pitcher here. This guy's been around the block a few times, but one of the things he does, he still competes at a high level, and he's never stopped trying to learn how to be a good pitcher.
In now is Lorenzo Cain, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Leading off the afternoon for Milwaukee, the center fielder.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Underway now in the home opener as the first pitch is in there for a called strike one. Dan Dero, these Phillies as they begin play here today, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of things trending in the right direction for this team. They won their last game, they scored a bunch of runs, and let's see if they continue that today.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And this is swung on and missed on a great pitch that time, and the leadoff man is down on strikes to get this one started.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Here's Eric Sogard. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season.
He'll give you one thing or the other. At times his zone can be a little wide, and then he's a little more strict north and south, but he's a pretty consistent umpire.
The key, Dan, is be consistent. You want to give him the inside half, I'm okay with that, but then you can't give him away. If you're going to stay east-west, you better pick one side.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Batting third, the right fielder, Christian Yelich.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, the sweet swinging left-handed hitting outfielder Christian Yelich. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one. Here's the pitch. Well thrown sinker that time, down but in the strike zone. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 1-2 for Christian Yelich.
Great arm action on that 2-strike changeup right there, but even better job at the plate to take that one.
Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. This is pulled into right. Harper is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. So now the Phillies offense will see what they can do. No score. Freddie Peralta is on the mound for the Brewers in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
You know, Matt, he wasn't all that bad in his last one. In a day and age where we don't see a lot of complete games, 6 full innings in his last one, and if they can score him a few runs, he has a chance to win this one here today.
Coming to the plate now, Gene Segura. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The third baseman, Gene Segura.
Now here it comes. Swing and a hot shot toward third. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. But the throw is offline, and he's in there with 2 bases.
The fans didn't even get a chance to settle in their seats for the beginning of the inning, and he just blistered that ball down the line on the first pitch he saw. It stayed fair, and he's safely on second with the leadoff double. That's the way you lead off an inning.
And in steps Scott Kingery as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Dan Dero, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing well, winners of 5 straight prior to that game.
Yeah, Matty, I don't think yesterday's loss should be a focus on this team whatsoever. I think they showered that one off. They had a big winning streak coming into their last game, dropped that one, but let's see if they start another winning streak today.
Segura stands at second with no outs. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
Now you could tell right there that curveball had some serious depth to it. That's what separates the good ones from the bad ones. That nasty spin rate, get that downward action. You even get a star player like this swinging at something in the dirt.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. But a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. A runner at second, nobody out. Runner's on his way to third. Offered. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1.
That's a ball. 2 more.
Runner at second here with 1 man out. High and deep to left center field. Back goes Garcia. Still going back. Gone! A 2-run home run here for Bryce Harper. Home run number 3 here in the early going as the Phillies have taken a 2-0 lead.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Next to bat will be Rhys Hoskins as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2.
Hey, after that extra base hit, things could go awry. He didn't. He battled right back in his zone with a nice executed pitch.
Arcia has to shade his eyes from the sun, but he stays with it for round number 2. A moment now to check out the hometown Phils starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, what's the key to them starting out 1-0 here at home?
Matty, the key in this one for this lineup is they got to stay staunch in the middle of the plate. They can't start swinging at everything, or this guy will abuse them. He'll start flipping up the rosin bag. They have to sit over those 17 inches and hold to that.
Into the box, JT Realmuto. Sogard has it. Throw on to Smoke at first, and the side is retired. But the fighting strike for a pair, both coming on this 2-run home run. We'll head to the top of the second. It's now 2-0 Philly. And that'll bring up Keston Hiura.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
2 tough sliders right there, but he was able to lay off them. Might have bought himself a fastball in this situation.
2 balls and a strike now. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Classic case of the front shoulder flying open on that off speed. Needs to stay compact and stay in the big part of the field.
And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Omar Narvaez is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes, count.
1 out, nobody on. The count is 2-2 to the Brewers catcher.
Hey, expect a challenge right here. Does not want to run the count full.
He'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but he looks great to begin this start. That's already 3 Ks for him in the first 5 hitters. It'd be awesome to see him keep up this pace.
So here's Avisail Garcia. Will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Garcia, a Venezuelan-born ball player. He's a 9-year major league vet. Hit back toward the mound. And that'll be a base hit, the first one of the game for the Brewers.
Hey, that pitch was nasty right there. He couldn't have done any more with that. For him to get a knock on this pitch right here, pretty special.
Here's Justin Smoke now. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
Two out with the man at first. 1-1 the count to the Brewers first baseman. Drilled right back up the middle, and the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Next to bat, Orlando Arcia, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. 2 down, runners at first and second. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Weak grounder down the line at third, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Another one sent foul. The next 0-2.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end.
Brewers strand a couple. They're down 2-0. Here's Didi Gregorius, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Laid off, but a cold strike as that caught the outside. Gregorius, also known as Sir Didi around the game and in the Netherlands. He's a 9-year major league vet. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Second home run early in the year, and the Phillies open up a 3-0 lead.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
In now, Roman Quinn. Hit hard up the middle, and that's through for a hit. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of two ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
A 1 pitch on its way. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
A runner at first with no outs here. Throw over to the bag. Oh, and it froze him, and they got him.
Decisions like that have to be made knowing who you've got at the plate. This guy can put one over the fence no problem, so that wasn't very smart baseball.
Right side. Reined in. Over to Smoke at first, and there are 2 away.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Jake Arrieta.
Digging in, Jake Arrieta. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now here's the pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Yelich is after it. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. But the Phils tack on 1 more on this solo home run. We've played 2. It's now 3-0 Philadelphia. Into the box now, Freddie Peralta. 9-1-2 due up.
Freddie Peralta.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Pops this one up. In there, a base hit.
Hey, this is perfect storm right here. This is how big innings start. You put a crooked number up on the board when the pitcher leads off an inning with a huge knock.
To second for 1. On to first, a double play.
The third baseman, number 7, Eric Kilgore.
So 2 away in the Brewers half of the third. And that'll bring in utility man extraordinaire Eric Sogard. First pitch of the at-bat. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike one.
This could be a huge win for the guy on the mound if he's able to get out of this inning 1, 2, 3 and start fresh next inning with the middle of the order.
Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. 2 out, nobody on. Just a touch outside. 1-2.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
Hit out towards second. Kingery's there. And the off-balance throw is right there for the third out. And a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. So it's back to the top of the order now. And that'll bring in Gene Segura.
The third baseman, Gene Segura.
Here comes the first pitch. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
Now back.
Hey, there's a base hit to lead off the third inning. Talk about having a lot of traffic, D-Roll. He's given up several hits already, so he's been in a stretch most of the game.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Dan. That is the name of the game for this offense. They're trying to get this guy in a stretch. Hopefully he misses over the heart of the plate like he's been doing so far up until this point.
Popped him up. Arcia is there. 1 down.
The right fielder, number 3, Bryce Harper.
So 1 gone here in the Philadelphia third, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And he gripped that one a bit too tightly as it broke down and just about got him. A ball and a strike.
A good fastball that backed him off the plate, and then some slow stuff down and away. That's one of the classic ways to mess up a hitter's timing. Up and in, down and away, textbook.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Hit down the line at first, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Runners on first with 1 down. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Before the payoff pitch, you look to first. A dive, but he's back. Now a little pop-up off toward the third base side. Sogard is over now, and he's got it for route number 2.
The first baseman, number 17, Reese Hoskins.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and that'll bring in a perennial MVP candidate for years to come, Reese Hoskins. From the stretch.
Count 1-0.
Here's a look over to first, and the runner back safely. The 1-0 gets him to chase a ball out of the zone for the first strike. A runner on first with 2 away. Runner goes for second. Fouled away. The 1-2.
No touchdown.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
Back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, 8 games. Nah, man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, all right, I got a nice little hitting streak.
1-0 the count. Now a strike called in the upper part of the zone. The 1-1 doesn't catch the outside corner. It's a ball.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
2 men are on with 2 men out. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
Hard hit ball to second. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Again, with 2 outs, the pitcher was mentally in the dugout already. Now he's got to regroup and find a way to get out of this. Hard not to feel for the guy.
So coming to the plate, Didi Gregorius. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
And Garcia will tuck this one in, and that ends the inning. Phillies leave them loaded, but they lead it 3-0. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as the left-handed hitting Christian Yelich settles in to start out the inning. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Swings through it for strike number 2.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So the 4th inning opens with a leadoff single.
The batter, the second baseman, Captain Hira.
Stepping in now, Keston Hiura as he rips it on the ground to second. One there on to first, and it's a double play. The second they've hit into in these first 4 innings, and there are 2 away now.
That's a great example there of why the sinker is such an effective pitch. The hitter's eyes see it higher in the zone than it ends up, and that makes it real tough to square up.
So base is empty now after the double play, and now it'll be the catcher, Omar Narvaez. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown a first pitch strike to.
1-1 the count. Here it comes. 1-2 now.
One ball.
Really deceptive changeup right there. It died right before the plate, and he was left reaching for air.
No runs, 4 hits, 1 error thus far in the game for Milwaukee. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. High in the air out to center field. Long run for the center fielder. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. None left for Milwaukee. They trail it here 3-0. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. Now at the plate, Roman Quinn. He reached on a single in his first try. Here it comes. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. This is gathered in out there by Garcia for the first out.
Up next for Philadelphia, the left fielder, Jay Bruce.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and stepping in the dangerous left-handed hitter Jay Bruce. Here's the first pitch to him. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Kane going back. He's there, but he drops it. But he can't get it as it's off the wall.
Now batting, the pitcher, Jake Arrieta.
At the plate now, Jake Arrieta. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Now the 1-0. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second.
There's no way to sugarcoat it. It's been pretty bad for 3 1/3 innings so far. That's the 8th hit he's given up, and if he doesn't get his mind straight, he's going to be heading to the showers early.
And that'll bring up Gene Segura. Swing and a liner. Well, this is pulled in by the shortstop.
The batter, number 4, second baseman, Scott Kingery.
Stepping into the box, Scott Kingery. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit hard to short. Oh, look at the sliding stop. What an outstanding play to end the inning. Phillies get a couple of hits here, and it leads to 1 on the scoreboard. We played 4 full. Phillies on top, 4-0. And we're back from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, during the break, I caught up with Craig Counsell, the Brewers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far, and he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. He said they're searching for ways to drive the ball with some authority because it's just not happening for them today. They haven't gotten an extra base hit yet, so it's been a real struggle getting guys into scoring position. But the key, he said, is not to panic. Sometimes you just have to fight through the downturns and keep your focus and energy high.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. And it's 0-2 to Avisail Garcia.
2 well-executed pitches at the knees right there, but I know this hitter's looking for something up.
Here comes the pitch for Garcia. Hit on the ground out to short, taken in by Gregorius. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Justin Moe.
So one gone in the Milwaukee fifth. And in next, the switch hitting power bat of Justin Smoke. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Strike taken as the curveball drops into the bottom part of the zone. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. Bruce will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
He got that one pretty good. It just didn't have the right launch angle to carry over the outfielder's head. Small difference where the ball hit the bat could have made all the difference.
Stepping up now, Orlando Arcia. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. In there, strike one. No runs, 4 hits, 1 error thus far in the game for Milwaukee. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Line to the right side. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Brock Holt will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 32, Brock Holt.
Skied into straightaway right. Harper has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Milwaukee leaves 1. They're down 4-0. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Wackney.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said it was clear his guys were locked into their at-bats from the very first pitch. And that's something they emphasized in the pregame meetings. He's happy they got the message, as now they've gotten into the bullpen. And they put up some solid run production in the early part of this game.
Your attention, please.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Corbin Burns will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far. Next to dig in will be Bryce Harper. He'll lead things off as we begin the home 5th.
The right field. Right.
First delivery to him on the way. 2-0.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. And that is off the wall. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Sometimes when a reliever comes in the game, he wants to get that first strike so bad that he serves one up, and that's exactly what happens here. The first batter he faces just rockets one off the wall, and now he's got to worry about another base hit, potentially bringing home a run.
From the belt, the pitch. Runner goes for third. Takes this the other way to right, and that's in there. Base hit, and they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
I had him lunging at that one out of the zone, and that's strike 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Here's the 0-1. Burns is a fairly prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a lot of strikeouts, and that clearly helps him through the tough spots like the one he finds himself in here.
Matty V, let me tell you something. What makes this guy so special? He's like his own relief pitcher for a relief pitcher. He gets into trouble. What does he do? He kind of puts it in fifth gear, and he just takes it up another notch. Not a lot of guys can do what this guy does. He can pitch in a couple of different gears, and when he puts that thing in full drive, he's nearly impossible to make contact off of.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that'll get through into center field for a base hit. And they'll add another as this is now a 5-0 game.
Yeah, Dan, he's got to feel pretty good about that. Not only did he have a great AB, first pitch hacking, but he smoked that ball to mix in a ribby knock.
Well, he did. He must have had a pretty good plan of attack walking into that batter's box, and he had an idea of the pitch that he was going to get, and boy, he sure turned it loose and buggy whipped that one.
So now to the plate, Roman Quinn, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. First and second now, 1 man out. 2-0 to the Phillies center fielder.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base. Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
From the stretch. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
You fight so hard to get into these type of counts. You can't let this pitch get away from you. You have to keyhole something middle of the plate.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Here's Jay Bruce now. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
1 ball, no strikes the count. Ready with the 1-0 now to Bruce. Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. Three and 0 now.
No strike.
Lined into right, a base hit. 1 run scores. And the second run will score as this suddenly is now a 7-0 ball game.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
Alex Claudio gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys.
Alex Claudio.
Standing in now, Jake Arrieta. He grounds it sharply to third. To second for 1. On to first, and how about that for an entrance? 1 pitch, 2 outs, and the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. And in to hit next is Lorenzo Cain. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Two and 0 to the Brewers center fielder.
2-0.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Hit out towards second. Kingery's there. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The third baseman, number 7, Eric Sogard.
Ready once again, Eric Sogard, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. A ball and no strikes. Bases are empty, 1 man out. This one for the shortstop, Gregorius. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batting, right fielder, Christian Yelich.
So striding forward now, Christian Yelich. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way.
Ball, that's out. Two balls, no strike.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Lets it fly 2-0, but this one's by him for the first strike.
Boy, what a time to pull the string on him. On 2-0, there's no way anyone's thinking changeup, so if you can locate it, that's pretty much unhittable.
The 2-1.
Ball, that's out.
Time to wake up the offense right here. 3-1 count, all in on something over the heart of the plate.
And oh, that should have been ball 4 there, but it's a called strike, and that runs things full at 3-2. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Reaches out for one and hits it on the ground to second. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Gone in order are the Brewers. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. Digging in now, Gene Segura. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
Action in that Milwaukee bullpen now as a left-hander started to throw out there. Now the 1-0 is in there for strike 1. Claudio is among a dying breed, those lefty specialists whose roles are changing with the new rules around reliever usage. Slow little grounder left side. Scooped up. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, 1 away.
The batter, number 4, second baseman, Scott Kingery.
1 out for the Phillies in their half of the 6th, and that'll bring up the former first rounder Scott Kingery. Now the pitch. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And now it'll rattle up against the wall. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting this baseball back.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Bryce Harper. He came across to score after doubling in his last at-bat.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
He's set and the pitch. Chop this one left side. Over to Smoke at first, and there are 2 away.
The first baseman, number 17, Rhys Hoskins.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a changeup to start him out, but that's looked at down and in for ball 1. Pitch swung on and foul tipped right off the mask. It sounded like of the home plate umpire, and that cannot feel too good, I wouldn't imagine. The 1-1. And a sinker there, swung on and missed for out number 3. 1 left for Philadelphia, but they're still in control, 7-0. Striding forward now, the Brewers cleanup hitter, Keston Hiura. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Now a rocket deep down the line in left. And that'll get down out there near the wall. Throwing to second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Now batting.
When it left his bat, I thought it might squirt foul, but it hugged the line and found its way into the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer play at second, but he cruised in there with relative ease.
Into the box, Omar Narvaez. And he puts it on the ground to second. Kingery's there. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone.
The left fielder, number 24, Avisail Garcia.
1 away for the Brewers in their half of the 7th. And that'll bring up Avisail Garcia. From the stretch. This is popped up, and no one will get this one. And it's 1-1.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
1-2 now. A man at third with 1 away. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Outside and a full count, 3-2.
And it's late in his afternoon of work, and the longer this at bat goes, the better chance of him making a mistake. But as a guy starts to tire, they're more likely to leave the ball up. But man, he's been good so far.
Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. A bouncer up the middle. Oh, look at Didi. Oh, but he beats it out. A major league effort, but he couldn't finish the play, so the run comes in to score.
The first baseman, number 12.
Hey, that's a heck of a job by the shortstop right there for him to range, at least get to that ball and show his pitcher with a diving stop. He's willing to get dirty all day long. Wasn't able to complete the play, but the effort was there.
So the switch hitter Justin Smoke steps up. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The 1-0. Misses, ball two.
He's gone back-to-back with off-speed stuff to start this AB, and neither has found the zone. He's trying to pitch him backwards, but that only works if you can get them for strikes. Now he'll probably have to challenge him.
2-1 after the foul ball there. From the belt, the pitch. And he lays off again, ball three.
Well, you can see here, this has been a steady diet of off-speed pitches, and what has it gotten him? Not a whole lot, as he's fallen behind in the count. 3 balls and 1 strike.
3-2, full count. Now the payoff pitch home is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
The batter.
Digging in once again, Orlando Arcia, a hit in 2 tries so far. He's set. Here it comes. Hot shot on the ground is short. Gregorius is there. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. 2 hits lead to a run here for Milwaukee. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. Phillies lead this one 7-1. Stepping in, JT Realmuto. He'll lead things off against the same reliever that finished off the last inning.
Well, you don't see in this day too many relievers going multiple innings, but guys have to earn that trust from their managers. We'll see how he handles it here.
Here's the first pitch to him, and no swing apparently. Ball one.
Count 1-0.
Inside corner, a ball and a strike. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Now here's the pitch. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. And there's one away.
Now batting, the shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Digging in and looking for more, Didi Gregorius. Here comes the first pitch. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. 1 out, nobody on. Two pitch is fouled away. sinker. 3-2 now. Roman Quinn will be next. The 3-2 pitch. Lined hard toward right center. And a dive, but it rattles in and out of the glove. And he is into second base with a double. His third hit this afternoon.
Well, lefty on lefty, this is a tough matchup, but he stays in there, keeps that front shoulder close, and just rips the pitch for a two-bagger. Nice job of defying the odds there.
In now, Roman Quinn, as he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball one. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. Due next is the dangerous Jay Bruce. Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. Over to Smoke at first, and there are 2 away.
The left fielder, number 9, Jay Bruce.
Settling in now, Jay Bruce. He drove home 2 with a single in his last plate appearance. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Men on third with 2 down. And there's ball one. The 1-1 home.
Nope. That's inside.
Hey. 2-2. Is a changeup that misses. 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
2 outs here with a runner at third. Hit hard on the ground is short. Garcia has it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Phillies strand 1. They're on top 7-1. Ryan Braun is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Ryan Braun.
And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1. Now some movement out in the Phillies bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen. Here comes the 0-1.
1-1.
Breaks his bat as this ball's lifted into the air. But this will land untouched. The 1-2. This is on the ground over to first. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
The center fielder, number 6, Lorenzo King.
Stepping up to the plate, Lorenzo Cain. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Oh, that'll make you smile as a pitcher. You make a good pitch, you blow the guy's bat up, and then you make the play yourself. In your head, you're thinking, nice swing, meat.
Ready now, Eric Sogard. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at bat. Now a breaking ball, but it's low.
0-1, no strike.
High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. The 1-1 home. This is line to left. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. So the 2-out hit will bring Christian Yelich in this inning.
Now batting, right fielder, Christian Yelich.
And here's Christian Yelich now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Comes set with the 0-1. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. Coming up on the century mark in pitches now through the first 7 2/3.
And he's going to empty the bucket right here. He sees the finish line, Dan, and he's got a chance at this.
Boy, there's no doubt about it right now. And what makes it easier, too, from a manager's standpoint right now, you could probably just go to one guy in the bullpen to finish this game. A terrific job, 7 2/3 up to this point.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. From the belt, the pitch.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Brewers strand 1. They're down 7-1. Number 57 is on, and he'll take over on the mound in relief.
Number 57.
Phil Gosselin is going to grab a bat here as he looks to try to set the table in the bottom of the 8th as they look for some insurance. Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. Now a big looping curveball in there for strike 2.
That's a tough curveball right there to stay into as a lefty hitter. That ball looks like it's almost going to hit you, and it breaks over the inside half of the plate.
Sinker misses, and it's 1-2 now. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And it's gone. A solo shot here to left. First home run of the campaign for him, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
Hey, every once in a while, this speed guy will jump up and bite one. He absolutely crushed that baseball. Doesn't fit his usual tool description, but he can go deep if you leave one over the heart of the plate.
Now batting, third baseman.
Gene Segura standing in. Swing and a liner. So he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
Kingery.
To the plate now, Scott Kingery. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. Garcia arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out.
The right fielder, number 3, Bryce Harper.
Here's Bryce Harper now. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. From the belt, the pitch. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Now a curveball, but he might have flown open a bit. It's 1-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Yeah, you ain't kidding, Matty. Dan, what does this feel like when balls are just flying out of the yard?
Hero, it's just one of those days when you're out there as a pitcher going, oh, I wish I was somewhere anywhere else but on that bump right now. This has the makings of being a long game.
Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. There's 1 on to Smoke, but it's too late as they'll get just the 1. So that one wasn't quite hit sharply enough to turn 2.
Yeah, choppers like that make it really tough. You can't make the ball get to you much faster, so the key is making sure you field it cleanly and at least get 1, which they did there.
Standing in, Rhys Hoskins. Couple of singles for him in 4 trips for him this afternoon. From the belt, kicks and deals. Right there for strike 1.
Ooh, I'm shocked he got away with that one, boys. Curveball right down the middle of the plate, and for him to take that pitch looking, he had to be sitting on something else, but he should have pulled the trigger.
Little chopper back to the mound. Throw on to Smoke at first, and the side is retired. But the Phils tack on 1 more on this solo home run. Last chance coming up for the Brewers. It's the Phillies 8 and the Brewers 1. Anthony Swarzak comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Number 39, Anthony Swarzak.
Stepping into the box, Keston Hiura starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
First pitch on its way. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. They'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. And a good hard slider as this one swung on and missed for the first out here in the ninth. So his day fully over now as you get a look at the pitching line for the Phillies starter. And he'll be very happy with how the day went.
One of the big keys to having a good pitching performance is not being afraid to throw the ball into the strike zone. And this guy certainly wasn't in this one. Didn't allow a walk all game long.
At the plate, Omar Narvaez. Ball one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Soft liner towards short. On the first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out.
The left field, number 24, Avisail Garcia.
So here is Avisail Garcia. So far 2 for 3 in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. And that's in there for a strike. Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. And there's a called strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off 1-2.
Great take right there, but the last thing you want to do is be called out on strikes to end the game.
2 out, nobody on. The Brewers down to their final strike. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Yeah, and they just keep on keeping on. Got a nice little run going here, winning 4 in a row and playing with a lot of confidence. Success is never guaranteed in this game, so you have to appreciate it when it comes.
8-1 is the final score this afternoon. The Philadelphia Phillies jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Jake Arrieta takes the win on the mound, his second of the year, as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. Freddie Peralta was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
All right, well, the Phils take the home opener here on this first business person special with a very commanding, convincing win. 8-1 the final. Didi Gregorius 3 for 4 with a home run and a double, among others who have contributed. Of course, Bryce Harper with another home run. He went 2 for 5 with a double. 2 runs batted in, scored twice himself. Didi Gregorius 3 for 4 with a home run, a double, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Jay Bruce 2 for 4. Just another scoring performance by the Phillies. Can't say enough about Jake Arrieta going out there again, letting up 1 earned run, 8 strong innings, letting up 8 hits, striking out 5, no walks. So another quality start for Jake Arrieta as the Phillies take this first of 3 in this weekend home opener. Of course, tomorrow they will have the day off, which is typical around the Phillies home opener, as they usually have the Thursday game, and then they have the first game in this case, and then they have a day off, and then 2 games straight. So we will get out of this, and there you see Didi Gregorius, the player of the game. A great performance by him. Also Bryce Harper with an honorable mention, another home run today. 8 runs on 16 hits. Milwaukee's 1 run on 8 hits, as the Phils take it 8-1 in this first of 3. As you can see, tomorrow the day off, and they'll be back Saturday afternoon. Might do that a little bit earlier, I will be off. I will not have to work. I am, shall we say, essential personnel, so I won't have to work that day. So I may be doing an early afternoon game just to get it out of the way. Because even though I don't have to work, I'll probably have some things to do. Zach Eflin will take the ball on Saturday afternoon against Adrian Hauser. Zach Eflin looking for his first win. So we will be back with you. I will be back with you Saturday early afternoon. It probably won't be 4:05. I'll probably say around 1 o'clock. And that will be the second game of the series in this first home series of the year. And then Sunday it'll be Double V, Vince Velasquez getting the ball against Eric Lauer. And that will finish up the Milwaukee series. Looking ahead, a 2-game set with Toronto, Aaron Nola and Zach Wheeler back on the hill to face those Toronto Blue Jays. An off day Wednesday, and then they hit the road for, well, quite an extended period of time, an 8-game road trip, starting with 4 games in Cincinnati, taking it through next Thursday through next Sunday, and then visiting Milwaukee, and then coming home to face the Miami Marlins. So interesting month of April. Phils now sit at 6-2. And there you see Didi Gregorius, who put in a very convincing performance. Jake Arrieta now 2-0 on this young season. The top player of the game, Didi Gregorius. We're going to advance to today. We're going to take you to the update on this April the 2nd. We'll flip the calendar over to tomorrow's date. Phil's have an off day, but just to give you a sort of a report on the rest of the happenings around Major League Baseball, and we'll be right back right after that.
Hey there, baseball fans. Justin Allegri. The season is still young. Let's check out some of the results from yesterday. Looking first at the NL East, the Phillies sent 3 balls into the seats as they stomped the Brewers 8-1. Juan Soto smacked a home run and drove in 3, leading Washington to a win against the Mets 6-3. The Cincinnati Reds swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they defeated the Pirates at PNC Park 8-6. The Baltimore Orioles hit 3 long balls as they cruised to the win over the Cardinals 11-3. The Yanks allowed only 5 hits in the game as they took down the visiting Blue Jays 1-0. They now have 5 straight wins. The White Sox amassed an impressive 6 home runs in the game as they took down the Red Sox on the road 14-7. The Tigers totaled 13 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Indians 10-2. Mitch Haniger grabbed 3 runs driven in, leading the M's to the win over Kansas City 3-1. The Oakland Athletics defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 4-3. Mike Trout launched 2 home runs and added 5 RBIs to his total, helping the Halos defeat the Rangers 8-6. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all season long.
All right, Justin Allegri, thank you very much for the look around the majors. So as it stands right now, the injury report for this Thursday, April the 2nd, Andrew McCutcheon's still on injured reserve. I think he will probably come off, I want to say, either by Saturday or Sunday. He'll be looking to come off the injured reserve and take his rightful place in left field. I'm sure Jay Bruce would be relieved to hear that, kind of give him a break. And as it stands right now, I'm either going to have to remove a pitcher, probably a reliever, obviously, or probably pull one of the backup outfielders and put them in, send them to either Lehigh Valley or Reading, either way. Yeah. So that would be it from now. We have acquisitions. What's going on with acquisitions? What's going on here? Coaches' contracts. Oh. Kind of funny. See, that's the manager. His name is Dylan Thomas. It's supposed to be Joe Girardi. However, why his name is not in this game is beyond me. I mean, he was a former Major League ball player. The only one that I can see that has any sort of who's the actual real person on the Phillies coaching staff is third base coach Dusty Wathan. He's been in the Phillies system for years. Was the head coach, the manager, if you will, of the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs for a time. And he was called up to be with the big club and has been their third base coach for several seasons now. But for whatever reason, Dylan Thomas, I guess this is their the generic that they put in place, and this generic is, as you can see, earning quite the salary, $3,685,000. Wow, that's pretty good for a generic guy, but whatever. So just to bring you up to speed, like I said, on the injuries, Andrew McCutchen, I dare say, yeah, looking 2 days. So I'm going to say with tomorrow being the off day, he'll probably be playing Saturday, if not Sunday. In which case, like I said, I'm probably going to have to pull one of the extra relief pitchers or send maybe somebody like Kyle Garlick down to the minors just to make room for Andrew McCutchen. So that's the, of course, you saw the two pitchers there. Victor Arano, who is scheduled to come off in 7 days. I doubt that's going to happen. He'll probably stay on longer, as will Jose Alvarez. So we take a look around the league leaders here. Brian Dozier in San Diego leads this particular season with 4. Joey Votto and Freddie Freeman with 3. Hasn't really been an opportunity for saves in the Phillies bullpen because of the victories that have been achieved, convincing victories, and yeah, no save opportunities yet, but I'm sure those occasions will come. You see Bryce Harper there leading the league, or actually him and Maurice are tied for the league lead in RBIs, just one ahead of Brian Dozier. Aaron Nola with 17 strikeouts, Chris Archer of the Pirates with 22, Max Scherzer with 18. Yeah. Stolen bases, Starlin Marte from the Diamondbacks, Jonathan Villar, 4. Got a tie there. Billy Hamilton with 3. But Aaron Nola and Jake the Snake tied for wins in the league, the National League, with 2, along with Alex Claudio. Let's see what else we have here. I think it might be it. Yep. So we got some fills there in the top 3 of just about every league leading position, minus the stolen bases and earned run average, which I'm sure that if Jake didn't let up that 1 run, he'd be right there in the mix. But that's another story. Jake, however, with his 2nd victory. So got some league leaders in there, I'm happy to say. But yeah, we're going to look at the calendar, and Friday, tomorrow, the off day, and once again back at it. Zach Eflin going for the Phils against Adrian Hauser. I'm sure the Phils will have on their alternate daytime jerseys again, as they did today. So that should be something else. If you're a fan of the alternate jerseys, and it's kind of strange that they didn't have the red one. I remember they had a red alternate jersey for different occasions. However, that wasn't included in the uniform selection this year. But anywho, that's it for now. Certainly appreciate you guys tuning in as you normally do. So the final score today, as you see, the Phillies sit atop the National League East. And again, it's a young season. They're a game and a half up on the Nationals, 2.5 games up on the Marlins and the Braves, and 3.5 games up on the Mets. So Phil's sitting at 6-2. And again, we're looking toward April 4th as the Phils will take on the Milwaukee Brewers in Game 2 of this first homestand here at Citizens Bank Park. So I thank you for watching, and we'll see you Saturday for the second game of the series for Phillies baseball. This is Bilskie signing off.